my DOMs in the adductors, glutes is getting better since that leg press session the other day. And I thought, I'm really intrigued to see how the deadlift feels today. Obviously, nothing's going to happen. Obviously, it's too early. I get all of that. But sometimes when you do an exercise and you light up a certain body part, and then that soreness goes away and you go back to something else, you kind of have a connection to certain things. So the leg press, I was hoping for more quads in that movement, but after all, it is a press. Regardless of the glutes and the adductors and whatever, it's still a press. It's a press of a movement. It's a push. And I thought, I've heard many times before people telling me, Ivan, if you're struggling off the floor, do leg press for the deadlift. It's going to get you off the floor better. And I thought, I just want to feel today. I've been thinking about moving the deadlift from the leg day to the back day, just because when I do back, then I'm kind of screwed for the next few days. The upper back is completely smoked and I've been struggling with my deadlifts because of that. So I thought, why don't I do deadlifts part of my back day? So that way it's the same recovery period for both the pull and the upper body. So I get in here, I do my overhead squats, warm up the shoulders, all that stuff that I like to do before upper back day. Then after that, I put my flats on and I get into the pulling. And I must admit, man, I know it's so freaking soon. You can't tell anything. I have a feeling my body is a little bit better off the floor. A little bit better. I can start to feel that this might be something for the deadlift. I don't know if it's going to do anything for the squat, but at least for the deadlift, that initial push, the angles are very similar to the leg press, the starting position, especially me, man. Like I've got these short arms. So I'm basically like in a leg press, the starting position is very similar. So I thought, let me try. And it did feel good. It felt good. Today I hit 250. And I don't know if it's the fact that I did the deadlift on a back day and not on a leg day. And that kind of explains a little bit better performance. But it felt pretty good, I must say. It felt pretty good. And I'm kind of excited to do my leg day tomorrow again. I'm kind of back to a 4-day split now after long kind of thinking about all this other stuff that I've been doing. I was having 2 leg days. I was having all these kind of off days and whatever. Now I'm kind of like, I'll do a 4-day split. And then when work gets in the way or when life gets in the way, I'll just throw in a simple day. Instead of locking in my training rigidly, like I hate rigid programs where I take an off day on a day where I have so much free time. That kind of bothers me. And then I have to put in a 2-hour session on a day where I'm, training at 7 p.m., 8 p.m. at night, and I'm absolutely exhausted. So I'm not going to do that. I'm back to kind of like auto-regulating my programming like I did in the past. But still, it's a 4-day split with an odd day off and a quick kind of 20-minute session where I'm really kind of busting for time. So today was a day off work rather. So it's gonna go hard up a day, and then tomorrow I've got another day off. I'll do my leg press day tomorrow. So it's really interesting. One of you guys said to me, Ivan, like, how does this make sense, man? This is hitting all the muscles that you are strong at. And I hear you, absolutely right. This is, my glutes and adductors, they're already developed well. And how does this make sense? It doesn't make sense to me right now, but I am obliged, I'm required to hit the leg press. Part of my thought process. Let's give it 3-4 weeks, and then I'll go back to hack squats again. I've given hack squats a go. I've given belt squats a go. Now I need to do leg press to see whether that's going to translate into my squatting or perhaps even maybe deadlifting. Because it is a press, technically, regardless of the DOMs that I'm feeling, I need to do it. I need to do it to see what's happening. Maybe I start to, train really well again with the leg press. Maybe not. Maybe it's going to just send more points into something that I'm already good at. In which case, what the hell is the point in that? Absolutely no point at all. But I might get surprised. I might get more performance out of the deadlift unexpectedly. Who knows? But I'm intrigued to try this stuff, especially, the leg press, man. I've never really given it a good go. Not seriously, ever since I started training 10 years ago. I've always kind of been skeptical of these freaking machines, man. Like, I still kind of sometimes catch myself and I go, what the hell am I doing? But then I kind of rethink my thoughts again, and I'm like, oh, this is something I have to do. I've run that same old shit into the ground about specificity, only do squats to get good at squats. I've ran that thing to death. For somebody like me who is not a natural squatter, I need to do accessories. I need to do things other than just the squat. Simple as that. For somebody that is a natural squatter and has ease squatting, maybe you can just squat until the cows come home and just keep oscillating your volume and intensity, and you'll have success. But for me, I need to do accessories, and I've mentioned a few of them already. I'm going to continue doing those. The hack squat so far has been the most successful one. Lots of quads, and also weirdly enough, lots of lower back as well. I don't know if you guys recall, but when I was doing the hack squats, I was feeling quite a lot of lower back in the hack squats, and I remember thinking to myself, "What the hell is this, man? Like, I'm in a machine, I'm locked up. This should be feeling all in my quads, but it wasn't. It wasn't all my quads. It was a whole bunch of stuff, and lower back included. But he translated. I know a lot of guys speculated they would do jack shit for me. Like a lot of guys are saying now, leg press is not going to do anything. And surprisingly, a lot of people have the opinion that the belt squat are going to be most applicable to me. But as it turns out, the belt squat didn't do anything for me. It didn't make me feel strong, even though I gave it a lot of thumping in the belt squat. So maybe I'm opposite. So maybe we can say it like this. If you're a natural squatter, the belt squat is going to be great for you. If you're not a natural squatter, then it's not going to be good for you, and the other stuff is going to be good for you. This is the thing about this stuff, man. There are no rules, man. There are no rules about this. Your number one job in all of this stuff is just to give everything a go. Give everything a go and just summarize it for yourself. Summarize it for yourself, man. Don't wait somebody else to tell you, oh, no, Ivan, you see what's happening here is that you're getting it all wrong. Nah, man. Give it a go. Give it a good go for a few weeks and see how it goes. If it's feeling horrible and it's hurting you, okay, stop prematurely. But if it's not hurting you, you can tolerate the volume, some decent amount of volume, give it 3 or 4 weeks. Who knows what's going to happen? Who knows? You might be surprised. So this is the approach that I've had all this year. I'm like, nah, man, I'm going to give things a go without having my brain try to theorize and pretend like I know everything about, insertion points, origin points, this muscle, that muscle. Cancel all the noise out. I still listen to videos and opinions of other people, but at the back of my mind, I'm like, that's cool, man. You can think that. I mean, I've thought about all sorts of wild things. That doesn't stop me from trying it. You have to try it because you never know what's going to apply for you. Some of the wildest things applied, I had success with. I remember when I first moved my deadlift stance a little bit backwards. So instead of having the barbell cut my feet in half, I was like, I'll move it back a little bit so I can gauge more quads. Boom. In that year that I did that, guess what happened to my deadlift? I went from 220 to 260 in the span of 12 months. That is incredible progress from just a simple technique overhaul, which allowed me to use my quads a little bit more. It allowed happier deadlifting. All sorts of stuff happened out of that. Obviously, there was other things involved in that, but that was a huge component of me feeling a little bit more comfortable off the floor. So yeah, I mean, that's the thing with me right now. I'm still, some of you guys asked me, are you still kind of thinking about loaded carries? I am, man. I've showed you guys a few times me doing farmer's carry around the gym. Today, I didn't want to walk around the gym. What I wanted to do is do very, very heavy holds. So what you're seeing here is 170 kilos, and I'm holding it. This is not double overhand grip. Don't be crazy. This is an alternate grip, and I'm holding it as long as I can. I think I was getting like 10 seconds here. Alternate grip, hold it. I think I did 8 sets here. So every other set, I'm switching my hands around. And I felt like my hands were going to freaking, my grip was going to rip apart. The last set felt a little bit wonky though. On that supinated grip, I felt my bicep like, this is a reminder why I don't do this for the deadlift. Because when the grip starts to let go, For some reason, our intuition is to start bending the elbow. And this is where the bicep pops off. So I'm not sure how I feel about what I did today with this alternate grip stuff. Maybe I should have just kept a double overhand grip and half the weight and just done that. I don't know. Maybe next time I'll avoid the alternate grip, but it gave me a bit of a scare, to be honest with you. I know a lot of people say the only people that tear biceps are the people that are using, steroids and whatnot. But for me, I felt I'm not injured. Don't get me wrong, but I felt my bicep engage overly too much. That wasn't a nice feeling. Appreciate you guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.